All right, first song on the album is Right People, Wrong Place. This is the title track of the album. Let's go. It's interesting because it's like not the single. A lot of times when people say title track, it's like the music video. It's not that, but it is the title track, the album title track. Not the lead single, not the pre-release. It's the title track. Title track doesn't always have to be the lead single. I know in K-pop it usually is, but he's doing something different. Let's go. Kind of ominous, isn't it? Oh. Oh, the panning on that was really nice. I heard you. Listen to this with headphones if you can. I don't think that's a good thing though, sir. Oh, he sounded real good on that last note. Okay, so that's how we're setting the tone for this album. This felt more like an opener, like an intro, because it's obviously not. I mean, what even is a song? A song doesn't have to be 3+ minutes long with a verse, chorus, bridge, final chorus. Like, it doesn't have to fit a certain thing. He can do whatever he wants. But this definitely felt more like an intro. Listen to this with headphones if you can, because the panning on the production was crazy. It was like tickling my ears and my brain. And even if he wasn't even on the song, that instrumental, it was just like fun to listen to. Kind of a little bit chaotic, but not really. Darker tone than I was expecting. There's like kind of an ominous feeling to that. But yeah, that was really interesting. First to open up the album. I was on Twitter yesterday. I tried to not be on Twitter to avoid spoilers for the music video and everything, but I kept seeing like RM's nuts have entered the top 10 and things like that, and it was funny. I was laughing. But yeah, I am using lyric videos. I know some people don't like that. I apologize. It's just easier for me. I'll probably go once Dual Set has like lyrics and explanations and everything for every song on there. I'll go back and I'll try to figure out what I missed and everything. But this is just kind of like my first impression, my first time ever hearing these songs. So that's the way I'm going to do it. Let's go. Ooh. It's like a wobbly bass.
I could make this right place for you. I could make it just right for you. I could make this right place for you. I could make it right. She a pro rider, rider. Must be an A1 gotta always throw a fucking slider when it comes to love. She could be an all-nighter.
Oh.
Fast gas, lighter, no man could ever fight her.
Oh.
Man, 어찌 모든 걸 함께
So it's a
해.
toxic
어째 이제
situation.
네가 줄 수 있는 게 없는데. Freaky, you freaking me. Begging you, baby, please. 평생 같은 개소리. Love is just for the freaks here. Pro rider.
Oh, she and he a pro rider.
Always on the fucking cop talk when it comes to money. He could be a damn fighter. Fast gas lighter. No a woman could stop him. Hako nuts. 관물이 된 꼴이. You look like your guts. 그저 껍데기뿐인 trust. Freaky, you freaking me. Wishing you in the grief. 사랑은 망해 반드시. Love is for the free. I could make this right place for you. I could make it just right for you.
So I think he's saying like men, women, it's all the same. This love thing, it's for the freaks. It's kind of sad, I think, maybe, because it sounds like it's been disappointing, gaslighting. I mean, he a pro writer, she a pro writer, but like, is it worth it? Because they're also a gaslighter. I also love that he rhymed those two things. But I'm also a little bit confused because now he's saying I can make it right for you.
Place for you. I could make it just right for you. I could make this right place for you. I could make it just right for you. I could play this right chord for you. I could take you right to the moon. I could make this right place for you. I could make you right. Now baby,
the guitar. Ooh, I like this.
너 감기로 비로소 난 살아있어. 매일 밤이면 과거의 나에게 보내는 유서를 써. 위스키 한 잔이면 털어질 모든 기억. 믿지도 않은 시기에 비로 네가 내 전부던.
I pray to a God I don't even believe in, just because I don't want you back. I'm glad you're gone. I'm feeling better now that you're gone. But it sounded like y'all had some fun at least. So
위스키 한 잔이면 털어질 모든 기억. 믿지도 않은 시기에 비로 네가 내 전부던 20대에서 벗어날 수 있도록 행복하길 바랄게. 진심이야 안 믿겠지만 한참 질렸던 관계. There's a stigma on my chest, it's called you. 함께했던 것조차 믿기질 않은 it was a flu. But we could see the karma coming through. The monster hasn't been me. I beg you, oh baby, please. Forever, I will wish you a true happiness. Time.
Oh. That took a turn. That definitely took a turn. I liked that. I liked it, especially the ending. He was like, let's make it clear, though. It was your fault. It wasn't me. It was you. You were the problem, okay? And then comparing them to a flu and all of that burden and everything. And once he got rid of them, it was like the weight was lifted and he can move on with his life. That's a very interesting song. Lyrically, I wasn't actually quite sure about the song, like sonically, like whether I actually liked the song or how it sounded or anything, until the middle, like that bridge, when those guitars came in, I was like, oh, because I liked the beginning too, like the singing and kind of like it did have like that same sort of nostalgic feeling to it. And then when he started spitting his bars and talking about some things, I was like, oh, sir, where are we going? But then that ending of the song, I was like, okay, yes, this is very good. So that was nuts. Again, I'm going to wait until like dual set and everything. I know a lot of the song was in English, but I want to see if there was like any wordplay or references or things like that in the song that I just missed. So this is kind of more of like a surface level album reaction. Um, but I could see why people were freaking out. I could see why this song was trending with some of the lyrics in there. Uh, let me know your thoughts. All right, next up is Out of Love. Oh, this is a short one. Is it like an interlude?
I'm just a pack of a cigarette. I'ma burn down the love and the hate, the right, the wrongs. Even the goddamn where I've been living it for my whole life. Smoking kills, I know it's my fucking business. You bitches, stop, don't talk shit.
I mean, he said it. He said it. Whether you like smoking or whether you don't like smoking, it's not any of your business. So, you know, my personal opinion is irrelevant because it's not my life. Personally, I will tell you my opinion though, because it's my channel and I'm opinionated. It's conflicting for me because I do understand. My mom smoked my entire life growing up as a kid, so I understand she did it as like a stress relief. But then when she quit, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never been happier." Um, it's kind of sexy, but it's also not. But it's also not my life, and there definitely should not be a stigma around like especially idols smoking, like the double standard when in Korean culture, like everyone smokes. Men, social gatherings, like it's a thing. Like everyone smokes. So why are these people being held to a different standard? And he said, "You bitches, stop. Don't talk shit." He said, "Bitch, I said what I said." Like Taehyung. I hope he continues to call people out.
The right, the wrongs, even the goddamn where I've been living it for my whole life. Smoking kills.
I've honestly never smoked a single like cigarette.
Don't talk shit. Ashes fall like the snow. I've been changing all the flow. Time to let go the past. The memories, the stacks of the truth. Diaries without priorities. Think I already killed myself out of the fucking fizz. Smoke, drink people. I know they stink.
Oh.
I'm on a sucker body. I put them in the sink. 설거진 않은. Cause it's my fucking script. 10몇 년 만에 이제야 다시 들린 내 creep. I don't belong here. 신은 죽어버리고 사랑은 묻어버렸네. 잡힌 너와 내가 믿는 진실은 다르게. 그래 널 원망하지 않아. 널 원망하지 않아. 사랑은 망하지 않아. Somebody kiss you, always shitting on him. Somebody kiss you like a dish, always hating on him. Somebody kiss you like a dish, kiss you, always shitting on him.
Whew.
Somebody kiss you, kiss you. All you strangers, you did think you can't please me. 본지면 다 됐다고 you do believe me. 난 익숙하지, I love it when you hate me. Don't kiss me, oh see me, don't need me, just eat me.
Excuse me. What?
You do believe me? 난 익숙하지, I love it when you hate me. Don't kiss me, oh see me, don't need me, just eat me. Honesty's always a crime. Just tell me if you need a dime. Why they can't give you my time? Can't waste you my goddamn time. You know you was a crime. You care for my body, care for my mind.
Oh. That's how we're gonna end this song?
You care for my body, care for my mind.
Okay, well. That song wasn't meant for me, obviously. That was directed at haters, I think. I know they've been through a lot. I know he's been the target of a lot, and that's definitely not fair. That's awful. Specifically calling out the cigarette smoking, totally get it. But I actually love this. He's kind of just like, it's not even worth my time. So, but there's also like, I can finally hear it again after 10 years, creep. So like it took him time. It took him time to realize that the love that some people give you is conditional. And as soon as you mess up, as soon as they see you doing something they don't like, they drop you. And they start like shit talking on you. And that has happened a lot with them. And that's just kind of the nature of fans in K-pop and stuff like that. Not everyone is going to be down for everything. And sometimes your biggest fans are actually like your biggest haters. But like, what was he saying towards the end? No kiss me, oh see me, don't leave me, just eat me. I don't think that was literal. Isn't that like an expression? Like bite me? Like just eat me? But like my mind went somewhere else with that, especially after he was saying, do you think you could please me? And then he ended the last line in this song. I'm going to need a minute to process this one and maybe watch some other reactions and see what other people are thinking about this. But I guess you can't always take everything literal word for word, because like he said, you can fuck my body, can't fuck my mind. So immediately just hearing that, my mind went to like places. But thinking about it critically, okay, use all of your brain cells, not just the ones that are like, you know, I think he's kind of saying like, my mind is stronger now. Like you could, talk whatever you want, but like you're not going to get into my head anymore. Like I'm a different person than I was 10 years ago. I'm stronger. Try not to read it literal, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter being very delusional. Unless he comes right out and says, yeah, whatever, then I'll be like, okay, well, just don't be weird. But I actually did like that. I think it's really important for people to call out things that they don't like. And maybe he'll be able to set an example, and maybe other idols and other people in the industry will feel comfortable speaking out about things that they're uncomfortable with because of that. You got to be brave. You got to stand up, and it's very complicated. But I liked this, and it was shorter. So he wasn't focused on making a bop. He wasn't focused on making a catchy radio hit. He was like, I got stuff to say. People are going to listen to it. Let's go. So that's what I love about it. Let me know your thoughts. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next up on the album is DOMODACHI, which sounds like a Japanese word, like domo. And yeah, this feels like a mixture of different words, but this is one of the ones where I would need like a dual set, or you know what I mean? I feel like there's going to be some wordplay here. Lyric video probably won't do this justice, so I apologize in advance. This is featuring Little Sims, who I have never heard of, so this will be the first time. Let's go. Ooh.
Motherfuckers want a big roll. Motherfuckers need a damn patrol. I've been slipping for a kind of bullshit. EJ Johnson, not chosen. All suckers wanna get it. Take a sip, Johnny Boy.
The guitar.
Suckers wanna hit it. I'ma lead you to the heaven group, the pity all my friends when they get around it. Always all my friends when they taking out the post. Yeah, I'm out town with the bullshit. Yeah, the fuck down, motherfucker, with the doing shit. No more goofing around, I won't cool shit. I'ma stay calm when they come on with the new shit. Cause your boots are more that bullshit. 친구들은 뭐 내 주위 하도 shit. Yeah, hot get fire when shouting. Let me go eight, get down with the party. Yeah, I'm knocked down, motherfucker, with the bullshit. Get the fuck down. Yeah, I'm 쳐들어가 bullshit.
This is oh, is that Japanese?
Motherfuckers wanna take control. All my friends crying in the road. You won't get it. Free soul, better come with it.
This beat.
Place and they yell, go figure. Watch, I'ma go all out for my hitter. I already told them I'm a gorilla. Sims and RM, man, it don't get bigger.
Oh.
Catch me in the back when my G's them. Greet them with respect when you see them. Run me up a check, I'ma need that. And give my Cody a stack. Cause that's my dog, that's my homie. You and I know, aren't you phony? I set the tone, listen up closely. You know my name, but you do not know me. I've got my broskies back till the end. You can't put one hand on my friend. We just here for a good time every day. Nay, son, I'm Chi Monte.
She's great. I loved that flow. I don't have anything to say about that. That was great.
Under my friend, we just here for a good time every day. Nay, son, I'm Chi Monte.
The instrumental, this production is that sound that this is great. Hold on. I need to. So like it started very bare, very minimal with this like very deep saxo. It's obviously a saxophone, but I don't know. Might be like a Barry sax. I can't tell. I'm not a saxophone expert. And then the beat comes in. And we're building. But then as soon as those guitars come in, like
Motherfuckers want a big roll. Motherfuckers need a damn patrol.
see, because this part here still feels very like live and loungy. It feels like but then that guitar comes in. This doesn't feel like electronic production, I think is what I'm seeing, is what I'm the thought that I'm trying to make. This all feels very like ambient, live. You know what I mean? Like that's not an electronic instrument. That's a real drum set. And it kind of feels like you're in the room with the song. And then he just comes in with that. I really enjoyed that. The chanting, because he talks about like, let's not worry about any of that. Let's just all be friends and let's dance and have fun around the campfire. And then there's like the chanting that's almost like I don't want to say cult. I don't want to say cultish because that has bad, but it's like join us, come with us. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was getting from it. Um, yeah. Let's move on to the next song, but that song is so interesting. This whole album so far has been it's been wild. It's been very interesting, but I love it. I want to know how long he's been working on this cuz I feel like it's been years, right? It's been a while. All right, next up is question mark interlude. So I don't know if there's going to be lyrics or what, but let's go. Oh. Again, it's very like funk, a little bit bluesy.
It would have been better if I didn't know you. Is every feeling I feel is so true.
He's just asking the question.
I just hope you remember me. Last grave in your cemetery.
Oh.
I know you got the best of me. But you know what? I don't mind at all.
This is what the inside of my brain sounds like. Oh, I love this.
What goes around comes around. Yeah. It goes around. Comes around.
Okay, I loved that. You've probably heard me talk about this in the past, but one of my favorite artists of all time is Fiona Apple. And if you've ever listened to a Fiona Apple song, a lot of times she has this very chaotic instrumental. Usually it's in the outro. Like the song will kind of be over, but then like the last minute and a half or the last like 45 seconds of the song is like this chaotic instrumental thing where everything just kind of comes to, and that's exactly what this was giving me. And I love it. But the percussion on this album so far has been so good. The percussion has been like driving a lot of these beats. And then the mixture of like the live woodwind instruments. Yeah, it's I don't even want to like compare it to any of his other albums cuz like this is clearly a very different thing. But this album does feel a little bit more like musical. Does that make sense? Like orchestral. I wonder if he's involved in like the arrangement. This is kind of like I could see him being the conductor, like conducting the live musical instruments, but then also like grabbing the mic and doing both at the same time. There's a lot to this. A lot of these songs are gonna take me a couple listens to fully wrap my head around, but ooh, that was very good.